Yes, 2 times. Y'all know the vibes though, right? She like, they go, they like, we go, like, okay. Ooh la la, should never get old. Looking for AMs like I lost a friend. Hop out of the bed like, where's the bread? What it do, people? You're now tuned in. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. Back up in here one more again. So if it's your first time, thank you for coming on in. Over here, we deal with sports, hip hop, entertainment, Popovisms 101, and motivation. If that sound like something you can rock with, then before you exit and leave off the screen, Diddy to the left, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, smash that notification bell. So when I upload the videos, you get alerted. You get alerted when I upload the videos. And if it's not your first time, then you know how we do over here. You know how I start the show. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. We is in the end game, people. Because this is what you waited all year for. The hardcore, like the Super Bowl. Tomorrow, Sunday, fun day, you know what I mean? The big game, the big hoopla. And since the big game, you know, we knew who was going to be in the game. You're just waiting to see the shenanigans and waiting to see which way the wind going to blow. But I'm going to get my Super Bowl pick in a minute. But you see, you know, the thumbnail, the cash, the title. And so, you know, a couple days ago, Snoop Dogg, now like first of all, can we get a moment of silence for this small chronic break? Like, you know, niggas be killing me and shit. Like, brown nose these hoes, taking bitches out to eat and spending money on these hoes. Like, I tell a bitch, like, bitch, you without me is like hell mething without the blue notes. You'll never go platinum. Daz, give me a light. And that's a Snoop Dogg reference. And it's like, bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm being funny, but I'm not. You see how quickly shit spin around? And, you know, what I'm talking about is the accusations and the alleged, like, maybe, kind of, sort of, him and Don Juan, the bishop, the pimp nigga, you know, maybe kind of force somebody to do something they don't want to do. And you say, damn, like, I'm about to perform at Super Bowl halftime. Kendrick Lamar, Eminem, Dr. Dre, like, Dre Day, Mary J, you know what I mean? Family affair. And this shit come out. Is he going to still perform? Of course he is, because it's allegations. And also the funny thing is, you know, with Black History Month, for those that celebrate the red pill, blue pill, you caught in the Matrix. You know what I mean? Morgan Freeman said, why nobody else got no Black History Month? I agree. But that's the shit we was taught in school, you know what I mean? And so you pass it on because you ain't do no research, you ain't study some shit, you ain't question some shit like side eye, like, shit don't sound right. But anyway, he brought Death Row Records, allegedly, sort of, you know what I mean? Like, this is what comes out in the news, that Snoop Dogg, formerly, obviously, of Death Row, et cetera, brought Death Row Records. Then this shit come out right before the Super Bowl, you know what I mean? And, you know, whether it's true or not, obviously you want all cases to be looked at with fairness and with due diligence to say, is this shit true? Or, you know what I mean? Like, we know a lot of shit go on in Hollywood, and that's why I quoted the lyrics. This ain't nothing new. Like, they've been saying bitches ain't shit, and, you know, what they rhyming about. When he pulled up to the Grammys or whatever on the red carpet with the 2 joints, you know, in the dog collars. Did he make them do it? No, I don't think he made them do it. They wanted to do it because they chose to do it. So she's saying she was coerced, you know, I guess a former dancer, whoever she is. She's saying she got receipts. And again, it's just with the side eye, like, damn, right before the big game, is this some public humiliation? Like, you know what I mean? Like, riddle me this, Batman. Why is it coming out now? Did she just get the courage up? Did they just now get the paperwork? Or, you know, how long was this lawsuit filed? You know what I mean? The paperwork that she filed, when was it filed? Are they just now taking it serious? Why are they coming out with it now when it's just all hearsay and allegations? For now, T.I. shit went away. You think about that, you say, damn, this shit still ain't, nothing came to fruition yet. Nothing manifest. Like, is he going to jail? Is we done or is we finished? Like, you know what I mean? And so you waiting to see when the other shoe gonna drop. And so, all right, they're gonna do the Super Bowl tomorrow. They're gonna kill it. I think I did my I'll say top 5 Super Bowls, but just some of the memorable ones for me, you know what I mean, was definitely when Black Eyed Peas did it. You know, you wouldn't think that one, but when they did it, they had just so many songs that I remember. And like, you know what I mean, like, oh, I like this song, I like this one, I like this one, I like this one. So they definitely killed it. You know what I mean? Obviously Bruno Mars, he's a talent. You know what I mean? That's it for now. I can't forget who the other ones that I said, but tomorrow should be dope. Obviously, you know, Snoop Dogg is, you know what I mean? You see the blanket and all that, you know what I mean? Like we fucks with the Snoop Dogg album, and we fucks with Snoop, and we fuck with Dre, and we fuck with Kendrick. Kendrick is one of my favorite, you know, rappers to listen to. You know what I mean? Especially when I'm in the gym getting it in. You know what I mean? But, you know, ladies, do y'all look at that with the side eye? Like, you know what I mean? Why is these stories always coming out? And they come out so much that you just let it fly off the, you know what I mean? It's like, that's just like water on the duck's back. Like, you know what I mean? But what I also want to say is, if it is true, that's definitely a possibility. Nothing is really, can't really put nothing past that agenda and that space. Everybody be rushing to get there, but a lot of fuckery and shit goes on there. You hear the, you know, the horror stories and the, you know, the audition couches and all type of weirdo shit. You know what I mean? Go on, and that be LA, big city of dreams. You know what I mean? Clippers won today, got that little chicken dinners. Yeah, kid, that feeling. And Lakers lost. And they just keep losing and losing, and not one, not two. Westbrook played tonight. Clay dropped 33 on their head, like, you know what I mean? Splash Brother number 2. And it just looked weird that stuff comes out like this. And they got Bill Cosby, they got R. Kelly. I don't think nobody is above being you know, humiliated and brought to justice, if you will. So then you got some other shit that came out a couple hours ago and shit. You know, obviously Super Bowls, you know, weekend, Super Bowl Sunday fun day. If you in LA, you out and about. You know what I mean? And that's what you going there for. And I never been to a Super Bowl. You know, not even a football game, because I just rather not sit there. You hear the experience is not as good as just watching it right on the TV, you know, if you're a fan. And obviously, if you tuned in here, then you know we fuck with the sports. Hip-hop, sports, Popovism 101, you know what I mean? And, you know, there's no commercials. You just sit there, and when the plays is over, you're just really watching the field, depending on where you're sitting at. Obviously, if it's cold, I don't want to be sitting outside. But, you know, I've been to a lot of all-star games. You know what I mean? NBA all-star break about to come up. Valentine's Day weekend for those that celebrate. You know what I mean? If you win, you win. If you out, you out. Y'all know I don't celebrate. You know what I mean? But if you last-minute gifts, you can cop some of the nice cozy souls. You know what I mean? Just hit the link below. And hit me on the bat line if you know me. And these events is, I mean, I live for these events. Like, and I've been to a few. One of the top ones, I'll say some of the, you know, one of the top ones that I've been to was 07 Vegas, you know what I mean? Las Vegas, you know what I mean? My first time out there after just coming out, you know what I mean? Sitting up, you know what I mean? Holding it down. And was out there with Big Time. Shout outs to my, you know what I mean? Shout outs to Sue Minotti, Danny Sue. We was out there, you know what I mean? Shout outs to HB, rest in peace. And it was a lot of us out there, you know what I mean? But it was my first time and the first All-Star, you know what I mean, weekend and, you know, event to be to. And I think I spoke a little bit about a lot of shit popped off. It was the Chinese New Year's and the fashion show. So it was super lit ×3, talking about all the way crazy. And I had a blast. But there was a lot of violence, you know what I mean? A lot of shit popped off that weekend. And a lot of times it does. But, obviously you in LA, you know what I mean? And what I'm referencing now is the KoDaK BlacK, you know what I mean? He got shot in the leg during some fight, during some scuffle. You think it PicK, you know what I mean? Anniversary, you know what I mean? If you will, February 13th or whenever it was. February 13th, tomorrow, Super Bowl, you know what I mean? Um, no, actually, I don't think it was that time because I got the dates wrong on that one. I got to, you know what I mean? But it is the anniversary of something. And speaking of PicK, it's allegedly that they're gonna have him. Side note, back to the halftime, they're gonna have him a hologram of him. You know what I mean? Perform probably with Snoop. They probably do it America's Most Wanted or something else. You know what I mean? I think America's Most Wanted though. That's their best song to me, if I'm not bugging out. But to the KoDaK BlacK, I guess he was coming from an event where he was at, and allegedly, maybe kind of sort of, you know how these shits go with these rappers, these athletes, you know what I mean? Kamara beat some dude up, you know what I mean? Or him and his mans allegedly after the Pro Bowl or whatever. And you just say, damn it, man, you get out the hood, you make it to what people say you're making it from. And the grass is always greener because they always raking it more, according to Hove. And he's right. It's common sense. If you don't clean up where you live, it's going to look like shit. That's just the bottom line. The hood is the hood in that regard because niggas don't give a fuck. Most people know better, you do better. So he got caught up, and some people was online. I know I be in the comments like, yo, this nigga Donald Trump wasted a clemency on him. Like, he got out. A couple other people got out for Trump, his last moment in the sun. Like, you know what I mean? Don't take me alive. They'll never take me alive. You know what I mean? On some PicK reference. And it's like, I don't, obviously, I'm not going to say it's his fault. I'm not going to say, you know what I mean? Who knows what happened? He got shot. Obviously, he's blessed to, only get shot in the leg and to live to all accounts that I've been seeing online. But it's like, why do these shits always happen around this time? And it happens because, you be out of town and, you be living the life and sometimes you're just not paying attention. This is going back to me being at a few, all-star weekends. And Dallas that was one of the worst ones as far as violence, you know what I mean? And then you being around different type of, atmosphere and people. It was crazy down there, you know what I mean? Still had a blast, still had mad fun. All they was playing was fucking Drake down there. Started from the bottom, now we hit, like, you know what I mean? And it was super lit. Been to Houston, you know what I mean? Minnesota for the Super Bowl when it was down there, but not at the Super Bowl. And where else? Somewhere else. But Dallas was violent. And when you out of town, you know what I mean, sometimes people will try you, or if you just looking like a herb, you know what I mean, and you just moving around funny style, it could happen to anybody in any borough. So, you go in there for one thing, but people of the town that's there may, you know what I mean, see it another way. You know what I mean? And you like, you don't got no guns, you don't got no family, you don't got no associates. And if you going with just a minimum amount of people or people that don't know what's shaking or how to move around, then you could be got, you know what I mean? And even if you have all that, it still could happen, you know what I mean? But again, we don't know the details. I'm sure more come out. I'm not shocked and amazed. Like, he carried the burners, he got cases. A lot of shit go on, you know what I mean, behind the scenes with this rap shit and wanting to be the king of this rap shit. Like Nas said, it's more than wanting to be this king of New York shit. And I'm just being funny when I say that. But he's blessed to be alive and obviously live. And I mean, I think another gentleman got shot. A 60-year-old, he got shot and he's gonna live as well. I think they the only two people that got shot from what I came out. And this is all alleged. I'm not reporting. I'm just, repeating and reading some shit that I've seen on the blogs. You know what I mean? But LA is lit right now. Tomorrow the big game. Now let's get to the big game real quickington. You know what I mean? Super Bowl 56, Bengals, who they? You know what I mean? Joe Burrow, Joe Cool now. Rams, you know what I mean? Holly Berry is gone. That's what they got Matthew Stafford for. Holly Berry. But he did get them to the dance as well. They lost. So now we're going to see if he can do it. Is he the upgrade that they was missing? Now, y'all know in the beginning of the season, or at least probably about like 6 games in, I think it's around the time they beat Brady. If you've been following me, good looking, you know what I mean? Thanks for rocking with the channel. I said they probably was going to be one of the best teams. I didn't think they would get to the Super Bowl, but it's not surprising. Now, if you under the mindset that this shit is, you know what I mean? Tony, there was no other way. Little writing in here, little scripting in here, little bullshit in here. Then, you know, it don't matter who's the best team. And on paper, you probably say, nah, Rams is the better team. They are the better team. Better quarterback, if not even, right? Even if you think Joe Burrow was up here like that. Who got the better defense? Rams. Who got the more star players on defense? Who got the better offensive line? Who got the better weapons? You know what I mean? I think Odell, exactly like Odell is chopped liver. You know what I mean? Obviously, Cooper Kupp led the lead in everything this year, Triple Crown, or whatever they call that shit. And with all I said at first, it was like Rams, 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 Rams. And they still really pushing that narrative. But a lot more than analysts, you know, the big wigs at the big stations and all that. Obviously, this Super Bowl weekend is the biggest game and biggest sporting event of the year. This is the king of kings. King Kong ain't got shit on me. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. Even for people that don't follow football, like football, political views aside and all that shit, it's the biggest event of the fucking year. Everybody's tuning in. A lot of them is starting to push to Cincinnati. And so my thing is, you know, I'm going with the Bengals, and I'm going with them even though what I just said is they, on paper, probably not the better team. It's not going to matter if it's Tony. There was no other way. No score prediction. I think it's probably going to go. I think it's going to go under. Everybody probably think it's going to go over. Then again, it might go over overtime, something like 31-31. Then go to overtime, 34-31. But I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think definitely each team definitely should get, yeah. A lot of people can't. A lot of people can't go. You know, a lot of different places. But this God's world, so you should be able to go anywhere. You know, and not be fearful of, you know, traveling and seeing the world. You only live once, and life is super fast, super short. You just got to keep your head on the swivel. You know, we live in an uncertain time. But back to the game. You know what I mean? I'm going with the Bengals. I think the Bengals going to win. I'm going to take them with that 4 points. And, you know, I might take the Rams money line too, hedge my bet, you know what I mean? Just to see if I can get it both ways, especially if it's a tight game, like Rams winning maybe 34-31 or even 27-24. It could be 17-10 and go under. Some stronghold. I think the lowest Super Bowl was Rams and Brady when he got his 6th ring, you know what I mean? Lord of the Rings. Who you taking? Are you watching the game? Are you a fan of the game or not? But you watch the game because it's the commercials and all the shit that goes with it. Do you think Snoop Dogg and Don Bishop did that shit to that girl? The Jane Doe, KoDaK, BlacK getting shot? Is this a peek into the future of what's to come? You know what I mean? Why does this shit always happen? Are you celebrating Black History Month? Are you teaching your kids that shit? Are you buying your girl flowers and candies and rings and things for Valentine's Day? Do you celebrate that shit? Do you feel pressured, you know what I mean, with all the K jewelers and all the shit that they put out there for you to tell your lady or your loved one that you love them, you know what I mean? I'm glad I don't celebrate that shit. I've seen a lot of people have anxiety about that shit. Getting the wrong thing, excuse me, not pleased, not, you know, not satisfying or, you know, hitting that wow moment, you know, so they can just run to the gram and do it for the gram. Do it for the gram. And Kendrick Lamar said, I don't do it for the gram. I do it for Compton. I'm willing to die for this shit, nigga. I'll take your fucking life for this shit, nigga. We ain't going back to broke family selling dope. You know what I mean? They gonna put it up on the gram. He got me this shit. He showed me this shit. You know what I mean? All for what? She's never happy. She's never, shout out to my nigga Gray, like, she's never happy. Damn Damn, damn, she's never happy. Like, this bitch is never happy. And this is the day that you try to make her happy. Like, you know what I mean? There's a lot of jokes and, you know what I mean, niggas jumping through hoops. And I salute you, you know what I mean? If you could do it and you love it, I love it. If you like it, I love it, or however the saying goes. I'm just glad I don't do that shit. You know what I mean? Or celebrate it, you know what I mean? Anyway, it's your boy, Popovich. You was just tuned in. Popovich T. That's the show. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, so sometimes we just do what we want over here. We was a little missing in action because actually been finding out that even though I've been running through these YouTube streets, running through these social media platforms, and I'm here now, and they should have never let me in the game. I've been doing some things wrong, so I had to take a little time to, learn some more of the back office and see, because it's like my channel, other people, my shit popping. Shouldn't have, like, you know what I mean, the little, you know what I mean? So I had to do a little, you know what I mean? But you know what it is. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Yeah, kid, that feeling back up in here one more again.